Hey guys, I'm Anthony and welcome to my Life Off Wheels. I hope everyone had a really good Thanksgiving yesterday. I did. It's always a treat hanging out with my family, lots of laughs, and just an all around good time. Also, guys, today is Black Friday. I have a sale going on with my candles. They are $8. That's $4 off the original $12 cost of the candles. So, a good day to check my candles out. Alright guys, so since I have lately been thinking about revisiting the van life and purchasing a different vehicle next year, I thought I'd sit down with you guys and talk about some things that, if in fact that all happens next year, some of the things that I will definitely have to do differently. For the most part, time is not on my side to buy another vehicle that I later will find out that that's not, once again, the right vehicle for me. So it is extremely important for me this time around that if I decide to revisit the van life and buy a different vehicle, for me to choose the right vehicle this time. So, what's the right vehicle for me this time? I think that I have lived the van life 2+ years now, and I really feel like I have a good idea of what now works for me and what doesn't work for me. One of the things or challenges that I found with the minivan is that it did not provide me with optional seating. And I'll tell you why optional seating was important to me. Even though people say that they spend more time out, or the whole concept is to spend more time out of their vehicle than in their vehicle, I found personally that I still spent a great deal of time in the minivan. There are many days where I just didn't feel like doing anything and wanted to hang out in the minivan, watch movies or watch football, and I wasn't as comfortable as I would like to be. The only seating I had was my bed. I either was sitting up on my bed or laying down on my bed, and doing that for 5, 6, 7, 8 hours while I'm in the van proved to be challenging to me. You can't sit upright for 8 hours. It's not like I had a nice little back piece for my bed where I could sit back on. I had to actually just sit on the bed. So that's why, excuse me. So that's why I know when I invest in another vehicle that it has to have the space for me to have optional seating other than my bed. Another thing is that I'm trying to decide how important is it for me to be able to stand up, because the minivan definitely not big enough for me. I know that for sure now. Not for a long-term type of living this lifestyle. So the next thing is a cargo van. Now, when I lived and worked in Lancaster, there was a white cargo van that was always parked on the parking lot. Many times I parked next to that cargo van, and when I come out of work, walking towards my van, I can actually see the difference between the size of a minivan and a cargo van. And it is a big difference. The cargo van was definitely visually bigger than the minivan. And I haven't completely ruled out a cargo van simply because the difference in price from a cargo van to a high top van can be significant, and it can make a difference. And not to mention that the cost of fueling up a high top minivan as opposed of a cargo van, that too can be significantly other. I think now at this point I'm really starting to focus and think on the differences between each of the vehicles that I have a choice to make, cargo van versus high top van. I've seen some pretty nice cargo van camper tours on YouTube that I thought to myself, okay, I can do that setup, And of course, almost all the high top camper van tours on YouTube are amazing. The other thing that I have to really consider is what it will take and how much it would take for me to build one of them out. Even if it's a cargo van, which is bigger than a minivan. Hell, the minivan, all I had to do basically was put a subfloor down and then put a bed in there. That was the only building I had to do. I didn't have to do no insulation or any of those things. So once again, everything is starting to come into play here, and I have to really think about everything in full circle. Not just the choice of making a cargo van versus a high top van. I have to also think about, okay, do I have the skills to be able to build out something different other than a minivan? Yeah, you guys have given me so many compliments on my minivan and the decor of it and everything, but that wasn't hardly any building of anything. So this is definitely something that is also on my mind, along with the cost of building out either one of the other two types of vehicle. We're talking insulation now, which I have no idea how to do. I looked at many, many videos. Everybody has their different ways and different products and reasons for using different products and everything. It's just like, which one do you choose? So that's something that I have to consider. I don't want to buy a high-top minivan, and by no means am I copping out of the idea of having a high-top minivan. I'm now just starting to think practical about it. Okay, once I bought this high-top and it's sitting in front of my apartment, what do I do with it? Better yet, what do I personally have the skills to do with it? I don't have the money at this time to go hiring people to build out certain aspects of the van. This is something that I'm definitely going to have to take on myself and do myself. Yeah, I might be good at the decor of a place, but now we're getting into something that is totally different. I can watch a video and learn how to insulate a video. In my personal opinion, that doesn't seem that difficult. It's just a matter of knowing the whole concept of moisture and how to insulate to help best with moisture and all of that stuff. So it is something that I have to investigate more on to make sure that when I buy this, or if I buy this $30,000-$40,000 vehicle, that I know what to do with it. It's just like cutting a hole in the roof for the vent fan. I definitely know that I would not feel comfortable doing that with a brand new van. Can you imagine if I mess it up and I have a hole in the roof now? All of these things are starting to come to my mind now with the idea of revisiting van life. So I have to be absolutely 100% sure this next time around. And for those of you out there who are thinking about, and preparing to live this lifestyle, it's something that you too will have to think about. But if you're doing a minivan, and I definitely would not recommend going out and buying a minivan to live this lifestyle. If you have one, that's fine. But there are a lot of other things to consider now other than the actual just going out and buying a different vehicle. I just don't know right now. I mean, I know what I want to do. I now again start thinking about what else is involved other than the actual purchase of it. So we'll see. A cargo van, once again, I'm not totally against it. It's just, for me, I have to decide once again, how important is it to stand? How is important? And I don't think I would have a shower even if I have a high top, because honestly, I need the motivation to go to the gym. And I did not have a problem with going to the gym and showering any day anyway, because there were many days that I just went to the gym, showered, and left out without working out. But hopefully this would give me a different, this next time around, would give me a different, motivation for it and everything. But yeah, so that's basically was the next thought process in my, all of my thoughts are moving ahead in 2020 next year, is that, I was like, look, Anthony, you can't just go out and buy a vehicle. You have to start thinking about the practicality of it. Everything from the cost of building it out, everything from what your skill set is to even build it out. And I'm starting to bring everything to full circle now, and hopefully in the next, at least month or so, I will definitely know 100% sure if in fact I am going to revisit the van life, what vehicle I'm going to do it in next. Alright guys, that's going to do it for today's video. I just wanted to have a sit down with you guys. I want to thank you guys for your comments, and also want to thank all of you guys for continuing to watch my channel. I know that most of you found me through the whole van life experience. I'm very grateful that you guys are continuing to watch my channel way after the whole van life has ended, but good news is it may come back. Alright guys, with that, thanks for taking a few minutes out of your day to watch my videos. I appreciate it, and I will definitely see you guys in a few days.